Thank you, Alice. It's nice to be here. But unfortunately, we're here for a poor reason. We're here because our governor is failing us. He's failing us on 4 different levels. He's failing us on a moral level. You know, right now, the federal government is offering every state in the union Medicaid expansion. Medicaid expansion would provide over 400,000 Louisiana working families health insurance. The governor's saying no to that. For the first 3 years, the federal government will pay all of it. That's, in my view, immoral. He's failing us on a moral level as a leader. He's failing us on an ethical level because we know that they're cutting deals with professional medical societies, Louisiana Hospital Association, and others to get them to stay on the sideline during this fight. Cutting deals with them so they will stay out so that he can have his way on this issue. In every other state in the union, the hospital associations have been championing this issue of Medicaid expansion because they know it will save hospitals. And you watch what happens. If Louisiana does not take the Medicaid expansion, we're going to see a cascading series of failures in hospitals. It's going to start in towns like Marksville, where your hospital was sold just a couple of years ago, towns like Winfield, towns like Ville Platte, and Eunice, where I'm from. Those hospitals will go under. And where are we going to go? We're going to go to the major cities for care. Those hospitals are already going to be overrun. So he's failing us on an ethical ground here because he's cutting deals to put his own interests ahead of ours. He's failing us on a fiscal level because, you know, the legislature is about to go into session, and he's talking about all this tax reform stuff. He's got a budget that's $1.3 billion out of balance. Medicaid expansion would bring into Louisiana $150 million a year. Goes directly to providers, doctors, hospitals, and clinics. Now, the governor says that Medicaid doesn't create jobs, but his budget says otherwise. You look at the budget he gave to the legislature a couple of weeks ago, 7,500 jobs in the LSU hospital system are going to be eliminated. Why? Because the federal government took back Medicaid funding. Medicaid means jobs, and if you're going to invest $15.8 billion in Louisiana over the next 10 years, you're going to create jobs and you're going to save jobs. And they're going to be all over the state, and they're going to be in communities like Marksville and the other parts of Duval's Parish. And finally, he's failing us on a fundamental level of leadership. Everybody knows what's going on here. He's running for president. He's not interested in what's happening in Louisiana. It's got nothing to do with us. It's got everything to do with him. He goes up to Washington, he makes these speeches. He goes all over the country campaigning. He's the head of the Republican Governors Association. But he is not looking out for the interests of this people, the people of this state. And so what we have to do is convince our legislators that this governor is not popular in Louisiana. You can look at the polls. He's not popular, 37% approval. So who are they dealing with? They need to stand up. They need to understand that the governor's name will not be on the ballot in 2015 in Louisiana, but theirs will. And these are his cuts right now. Closing these hospitals are his deals. Refusing Medicaid expansion is his deal. But if they go along with it, it's their deal. They're co-owners, and they will be held responsible. Thank you.